attention. I know when you want to just talk, and you want me to just listen. So you telling me I don't know when you connected with somebody else?
Come on.
Yeah.
I
Come
know
on.
everything. Like I can already sense it. I could tell.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I'm not breaking up the family. Like if you don't have kids or your kids is big and grown, then y'all can go and do your own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm not breaking up the family.
Yeah.
So if you get cheated on, you're not breaking up with her.
My daughter is gonna have 2 parents in the household. So we gonna figure that shit out.
Okay.
Right.
So
I'm
what
not
about she
breaking up the
continues to
family.
do it?
Then we gonna have to figure it out. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to necessarily be sleeping.
She pressing to leave. Like you can tell the difference between what he value and what she value. She continuing to move the goalposts. What if she continues to do it? Like, come on, he already said the kid come first. That's the most important thing. Bro, I don't think people understand how malleable kids are, bro. And it's important to have that structure in the house of 2 parents. It is important. The studies show. Let's get back into it. I don't want to deep dive into it too much right now.
With you. Because that's a safety issue at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in a general sense, my daughter has to have a stable household.
Come on,
because
Dad.
You
the
staying,
way that
bro?
I live
You
my
staying?
life is based
He
on.
said, "You staying?"
You staying?
Okay.
I told you, look. I mean, you can tell the difference between Anton values and everybody else on the panel. He like, man, you staying? And it's easy to say what you would do until it's you. It's easy to say that, you know what I mean? But obviously, Anton has a daughter. I don't know if he actually lived through the cheating, but he's qualified to speak on that. But Buddy is like, I forgot his name, but Buddy is like most people. Shit, I'm leaving. And you know, to each their own.
I may not be with you sexually.
Yeah.
But my daughter still needs to have that structure.
But what about she don't want to be with you no more?
I don't care about her. No, she's saying no.
See the goalposts continue to move, like, but he's making it clear, like, this isn't about her anymore. Like, once she cheats and showed me who she really are, it's not about her. Like, this was about the kid from the beginning. This was about our daughter. So I understand that 1,000%. And I don't have children, but I'm a guy that definitely will put the kid first. I really will. Well, that bag gonna have to come first, but the kid gonna come first.
I don't care about what you think. We not here for you. We here for our daughter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She the most important thing.
Yeah.
And when we decided to have a kid, we said that we gonna do things. I'm gonna be the reflection of the man that I want my daughter to marry.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be a reflection of the thing that she should grow up to be like.
Yeah.
And the only way that can happen is if both parents are in the household and that structure is built around that type of dynamic. That's the only way your child will see that. So I get where he's coming from, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that.
You got a responsibility, right? This is a business decision at this point.
Yeah.
This ain't even got nothing to do with sex. I think that most people, they get caught up in the emotions aspect of a marriage or a relationship based off of things that they built it off of that's not gonna stick around.
Mhm.
You're not gonna be the same person at 30 as you are at 40. You're not
Right.
gonna be the same person at 40 as you are
For
at
sure.
50.
Right.
Contractual
Right?
agreement.
Yeah, you're gonna evolve. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that you have to be interconnected with the person that you're with to understand who they are. The reality is that it's not the cheating isn't the problem. The real problem is that most people don't understand or they're not evolving with the person that they with.
Right.
Even when a guy comes in, right? Because a lot of women say, well, don't date off the potential, right?
Yeah.
I think that the real issue is that men don't vet for the women that they gonna become. They gonna become this guy, but they not vetting for the woman that's gonna meet them at that point.
Mhm.
They vetting for the woman that's gonna entertain who they are
Right
at that
now.
moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But she not ready for where you going. He gonna be up here and he gonna have a whole nother. She know my
Yeah.
DMs is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
100%.
saying? It's gonna be women around. Can you handle that? Are you built like that? Are
Gotta
you
be
really
ready for
built
that.
to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And-
are you built for me to be gone all the time?
Let the
To piggyback off of what he just said, I think a lot of women, the right women date off potential. Women that date to marry, I think they date off of potential. 1,000%. Now you may find that anomaly in the mix that they just hit it off right then and there, and things were already going great when they both met. But the only women that date for short-term gratification are promiscuous women or women that feel that they can get something out of you or short-term gain or like money. How long can they bleed your pockets? I think a lot of women that don't date off potential date based off of money and financial gain, or if you just flat out promiscuous. Like being promiscuous is at the top of the leaderboard with you. But at that point, you just flat out being a hoe, which is okay in your own right. I mean, that's just to piggyback up off of what he said. But a lot of women ain't ready for that finished product. Like getting the finished product, coming into the picture, accepting the finished product. Come on, man. If you wasn't shooting in the gym with him, you kind of got to fall in line, and you have to submit to his rule. Now, dating to marry, being a wife, you kind of have to be submissive anyway. But submitting to a rule, starting out the gate, is totally different than shooting in the gym with him, because you already know what to submit to and what not. And you know, y'all already got that dynamic, and that it's not a power struggle. You see what I'm saying? It's not a power struggle in a relationship or in the marriage. If you coming into the finished product, it's gonna be a power struggle. She don't know how the business operate as far as marriage wise, or you. She don't know how that operates, and you kind of don't know what she's willing to do and what she's willing not to do. So I think it's a difference there.
Record show, respectfully, you've been in your relationship the longest of people that's sitting up here. So,
Have I?
yeah.
Yeah, 19 and a half years.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
You've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
married.
That's his time,
Yeah.
bro. He's qualified to speak on these things. He's been married 19 years. Come on, man. I've been locked in with mine for shit. This year be 13. So I get it.
So I would say, like, you know, some
But
of
I
the
got
stuff
married early. I was
some of the
22.
stuff that he's saying is probably unconventional to some of us, but let me tell you, it's working for the fuck him, okay? So,
What he just said right there was immaculate.
I agree. I was listening.
Because I think this, you know, I always say I come from marriages. Like my whole family's married people.
Yeah.
Still married to this day.
Yeah.
So I've always seen it. Of course, I'm not on the inside
Yeah.
of the marriage, but I have seen the sacrifices. I have seen the compromise. I have seen all of that. And my family was big on, we are not ending.
Yeah.
We are not breaking up. We're not doing
Nah,
that.
we're not doing that.
We'll go figure that out. You can be mad for a couple of days.
Yeah.
We're going to come back, have a conversation about it. But the kids
That's
were
my
most important.
that's my parents.
See, the generation from yesteryear, they laid out the blueprint of okay, let me I want to say 2 generations back, because the last generation really didn't give us shit. They didn't give us shit because that was my father generation. He didn't that era, he didn't give us shit. But before that, like my grandparents, most people grandparents kind of showed them the way. She even said it, like her grandparents was big on not breaking up the family. Most people in her family was not breaking up the family. And I think we kind of strayed away from that in recent times. I think the generation before us, they was a disservice to us. They didn't show us nothing. They showed us they showed us nothing. They didn't give us nothing. Any tool, at least in my community, they didn't give us any tools that was really conducive for us to live a lustrous life and to really capitalize off that. There was no incentive. There was no incentive for us to get married, not break the family up, stick with this person, stick with that person. It was never that. We never saw it. I had to, at least for me, I'm speaking for me, I had to get out here and really learn on my own. And it really didn't dawn on me and really hit me till about 22, 23, maybe 24. Like, damn, this is how it really going to be, and how it needs to be. And I started making better decisions. But anyway, I think that's everything. I really only wanted to react to Anton part about not breaking up the family. I think that's it. They kind of strayed away from it, but I wanted to react to that. My question to you guys: is it ever a good time or ever okay to break up the family, despite cheating or not? Is it ever a good time to break up the family? Let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tune into the next one. Your boy is out.